think Black women do a really good job at being there for Black men. The men that they're in love
In your
with.
generation. In your generation, baby.
Oh yeah, I only know the people. I can't. I don't hang around 20-year-olds, so I don't, you may be.
You don't want to beat up on the
but apparently
community.
those motherfuckers are in my generation, apparently. So
yeah, we don't.
I'm sorry, Shan, do you mind? How old are you, if you don't mind, or what age range?
Shan, you know how you say we talk about the average men? We're gonna talk about the niggas on the panel with this question. Fellas, have all of y'all been just high earning men, and a man that earn we do really well for ourselves. How many times have y'all had a woman just by default expect you to be in that position because she met you there, never asked what you did, had no idea how you did it, just expected you to always be able to do whatever, didn't give had never showed any type of curiosity in how you ran your business or how you earned your money. All they cared about was whether you just had it or didn't.
That happens. It's a sense of entitlement. What I'll say is this: they don't. Yeah, they don't get very far because you quickly let them know, like, you want to shoot me with me in the gym, right? And you just let people know that right away. They'll understand very quickly. For men who behave like that, they're tight at this time, right? They're a well-oiled machine. They're calibrated, and they're not gonna allow dumbass shit into your life. One of the major things that I constantly calibrate, like I've made a vow this particular year that I am no longer allowing energy vampires in my life. And shit, life just got easier. So there's something that we are doing to develop ourselves on a regular basis. And if you don't protect your energy and you don't protect your assets, you're going to be screwed anyway. You won't have them for long because people are going to gravitate you and try to steal your light. That's just what it is. So once you grow and you get to that point, if you've been there for a little while, that means you had to do some maintenance. And in that maintenance, you had to avoid certain people, realize who the sharks and who the snakes are, and cut them out. So women won't get that shit for long. They think they can get that off, and you might even give them the benefit of the doubt for a little while. But you're going to cut them off pretty quickly to the point where they really can't get anything from you, right? You're not going to be a lick at that. You shouldn't be a lick at that point.
Sharon, let me ask, you strike me as one of the few women on the panel. I'm trying to think how to work this without sounding like an asshole to you. I don't give a fuck about them. But you strike me as one of the few women on the panel who has dated men who had money without having to start that relationship off on your knees. So let's start there. Of those men you dated, though, like the men who did well for themselves, how many times did you ask them about their business, like what their days were like, what they struggled with in business, how you could be a better support system for them, like while you guys were together? Like how often does that happen? Or even if it does happen, when in the relationship did it happen?
So that was a lot of questions. Sometimes so usually when I meet somebody, I do like to know how they've acquired their wealth. I don't date people who are street.
That's fair.
I need to know that is legit because you're not about to put me at risk or anybody else. So I do ask a lot of questions about your background and all those kind of things, right? After the first date, if I find that, okay, because most of the time I'm going to the second date. I don't know why I'm like that. But anyway, when I finally do move on with somebody, I do ask them, like, what is it that you're looking for? What do you value in a relationship? I ask those kind of questions. It's just,
I'm talking, not those questions, Shannon. See, that's not the question. Mm-hmm. What question do you ask about how he is or how he basically, do you have any type of curiosity in the men that you date about how they became the men that you want to date? Like how they became high earning, what business they did, what field they're in, what type of.
So that's the first date. So usually that goes into the conversation. We'll start talking about, most people, some things you're shared through college experience, and then you start talking about, why you majored in a certain thing, and then it goes from there. So I think that that's like a first date, conversation for me. Now, if you're going into the nitty gritty, like you're getting a little personal, I'll wait to do that. But that to me, that's not too personal. That's like just surface level. People are comfortable telling you things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And so that's a first convert. That's for me.
So when do you feel comfortable asking him, like, hey, you do what you do is providing me the lifestyle that I have. What can I do to help you make that easier? When does that thought cross your mind?
Well, I just do that.
How do you know?
For example, I observe my guy, right? So I try to fit in wherever I see a lack. I don't tell him there's a lack. Oh, you don't want to do that. But if I see that he needs a little help in some area, I may do it, and just cover it. But that's just how I am anyway. So I always insert myself and try to make a person's life easy. I'm a service person I'm sure Pearl is the same, but she's in education. I'm of service, period. That's just what I do. Right. So I just stick myself in and I'll start helping. Like, even when you ask me, I'll, so I don't think that that's something I necessarily say now. If I get to the point where we're really doing it, hey, how can I best, can I help you with that? Is there anything you need? And I'll open it up like that. But most of the time it's through observation. Like, I'll just try to make his life as easy as possible. I'm going by the person I'm with now, If I go to his house and he needs something, or if he says, oh, this project's coming up, I may help him look at stuff and send him an email, like, check that stuff out. I'm not trying to, overstep my boundaries. But, I was looking at this and, I'll send him an email. Now, if he takes it, that's on him. Not.
So that's you, right? How many of your friends do you think do that?
All my friends are married.
That doesn't mean shit. That just means they're married. How many of your friends do you think?
So the friends that I have, I would say all but one or two. No, all but one for sure. The other one I don't know much about, but the one for sure I know does not do that, because I told you that's the same conversation we had, because she's trying to find somebody, and I'm like, you need some areas of improvement. Some of the things that she said I didn't like, but a lot of my other ones who are married, I think that they are a good representation. Let me just give you an example. I have one girl, for her partner is a dentist. So she does his office work. She has her own job, but she's his office manager. He's not good at that. He's good at fixing teeth. He's not good at the business part, but she is. So she takes over. She's like, I just let him do his thing and I'll take over. She didn't ask him. She just starts to do it. She just started doing it. She saw that that's where he needed help. So that's just an example. But that's a real life, swear to God, example of one of my friends.
So you notice how you have that experience, and then us four guys just explains to you that we have the majority of our experiences are women who not have any type of interest or curiosity into how we make the money that can afford to do whatever we want, whenever we want. They just are happy that we have it. And that's generally what women do. You and your friends, y'all probably you have a unique friend group. I don't believe that the rest of the people on the panel will have a friend group like that because of how few and far between that is.
I just want to say,
you think that's few and far between?
I'll tell you why. Because
I don't think so at all, actually.
I have a great reason to prove it. Because
I know Pearl. I seen her over here. The way she talks.
Pearl doesn't have friends.
so
Pearl is not like that. And if Pearl says I believe her.
I believe her.
And I just want to say, Willie, screw you, because that comment you made, it wasn't going to slide. I heard what you said.
I seen you. You were supposed to hear it. I said it out loud. The reason why I said that is because women stand at the finish line and fuck the winners. You were one of the women who were up there passing out water to the niggas while they run a race. If you go to any race, there are very few women who do that. There are very few people helping pass out water, but everybody's at the end waiting to congratulate the winner. Women don't give a shit about what it took for a man to get there, how he got there, the hurdles he went through, or all the other training he did to run the race. Y'all go to the end and try to pick you. Okay, he came in first. Okay, she got him already. Okay, damn. Well, he came in third. Okay, I'll take him. Y'all go and pick the niggas that already finished the race. Y'all don't in mass want to help somebody build and don't care once you already have it.
Oh yeah, no, they think success is an accident. They'll say things like, it must be nice. Like this crap just came out of nowhere. Like you weren't actually putting in.
All you do is pay bills.
Yeah, I feel you for sure. Yeah. Paul.
Who do y'all be dating?
I think that's a very cynical, negative way to look at things.
Now,
And I feel like it's disrespectful.
Willie,
What is?
I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that most Black women, and this is because I only view, I have a better relationship. I've seen more Black women. I think Black women do a really good job at being there for Black men. The men that they're in love
In your
with.
generation. In your generation, lady.
Oh yeah, I only know the people. I can't. I don't hang around 20-year-olds, so you maybe
don't want to beat
Me
up
neither,
on the
but apparently
community.
those motherfuckers are in my generation, apparently. So
Yeah, we don't.
I'm
We
sorry,
don't wanna beat
Shan,
up on
do
the
you mind? How old are you, if you don't mind, or what age range?
48 next month.
Okay.